Hey you, yes you. Do you remember that time years ago when everyone said you had so much potential? You're so smart. You're a good kid. You're going places. And where are you now? Come on. We're all the good kids now. Oh my god. So, yeah, I've pretty much lived up to none of the expectations that my family has made for me. The crash and burn is one for the textbooks. I was labeled one of these smart, quiet kids growing up. No, not that type of quiet kid. The one that the teachers would put the problematic kids next to and hope that you would teach them the power of friendship and make them shut up. Listen, man, I can't solve this moaning problem that he has. It's beyond my control. I had high grades, I was in extracurriculars, the usual, and then I fell off. I can't pinpoint exactly when, but I think it was around the middle of high school. It wasn't quick either. I didn't go from like the top student to dropout. It was gradual. My first year or so was online because of COVID, so that went poof. My second year, I think I really tried to make things work back then. I kept my grades up, I was in a few clubs, I was forcing myself to talk to people, but I'm sure my mind started to take a hit from eating lunch in the bathroom every day. Yeah, I was one of those, unsurprisingly. And among many, many other things that were happening at the time, it was not a good combination. And then by my third year of high school, the year where it supposedly matters the most, I just gave up, dude. I gave up. I had so many absences that year that they sent a letter home saying that if I took even one more day off for that year, I can't graduate. Not much changed by my last year. I still skipped classes, but I just took the exact amount of absences to where they wouldn't send the letter home again. I still never failed any class though, guys. Don't start skipping your classes and say at least that it's okay. No, I didn't. And then I remember the day of my graduation. Now, this day sticks out in my mind when I think about this subject because when I got home from it, I didn't hear congratulations. No. I heard, I'm so disappointed in you. All the other kids got so many awards and did so much. But you, when you walked down that aisle to get your diploma, all you were was a failure. I was used to hearing things like this at that point, but I think that day just hit a little bit different. On top of that, my family decided to have a falling out the same day. I can't even remember why, but honestly, what went from a celebration with, people doing the usual graduation traditions just turned into sitting down in the living room doing nothing. After that, I chose to go to a standard college, nothing crazy. On paper, that doesn't sound too bad, right? On paper. In person, it's a different story. Everyone is so disappointed that they have started making up stories about my life. Yeah, we're writing straight up fanfics about the college I go to, my major, my social life, everything surrounding me. Apparently, I have a 4.0 GPA and a well paying job, and I'm engaged. Did you know that? Shit, I didn't even know that. I realized my family was doing this when I went to meet some of my mom's coworkers, and then she tells me all the lies that she's fabricated about my life so I can keep the story coherent when I talk to them. At first, I thought it was kind of funny, like, damn, we gotta get y'all on AO3, but it reached a point where it would keep happening over and over to where anytime someone would ask something about me, even if I'm there, they would just lie. And that's when I realized they were serious. They're ashamed of me. I'm so shameful to have as a family member that every part of me needs to be changed. I don't know. Sometimes I think about how crazy it is that a few decisions that you make in your teenage years can dictate so much. A part of me wants to say that if I could go back in time, I'd tell the past me to lock in. Stop screwing myself over. Stop being such a chud. Stop being so lazy. But when I say that, I feel like I've become the same adult that I hated. Was I a lazy bum? Or was I just trying to not become a ceiling decoration? Who knows? I try not to go to any family gatherings either at this point because it's either two scenarios. One part of my family just sucks all around. I've purposely refused to go to their functions for years because I could literally hear the exact people that are going to be there shit talking my name a week before the event. I don't need to hear grandma's unsolicited opinion on my weight or how I need to get married immediately. So no, I will not be attending the baby shower. The other part of my family just feels worse, but in a different way. They always had high hopes for me. Oh yeah, Lee, she's going places, she's got this. And that was just, when anything comes up about me, they just go quiet. Nobody's saying anything, but you can feel it, you know? Like you let everyone down, or skirt around the subject entirely. Lots of disappointment going on around here. But I remember seeing a quote a while back where it was something along the lines of, in order to live a little, you're going to need to disappoint your parents. My parents are already pretty disappointed in me, but it's all stuff in the past or things I could work on, right? No, no, it's inevitable. Because I know that when I actually get myself together and become the person that I want to be, it won't get any better. Actually, it'll probably get worse. The life I want and the person that I strive to be does not align with what they want for me and who they thought I'd be. And most people would probably say, well, if your children are happy, you should be happy too. But that doesn't really apply when you're just fundamentally different people. An example of this is getting piercings and tattoos. Okay, stay with me now. I only have one piercing, but I want to get more. And I want to get tatted up one day. I want that. I think it's cool. My parents, on the other hand, would probably be ashamed to walk with me down the street. And I'm not exaggerating. And that's something that's pretty insignificant. That's tame. We're not even getting to some of the bigger lifestyle choices. And it's kind of crushing because it's never enough. I could become as successful and fulfilled as I want, but they will find that one thing that's wrong to them and nitpick it. Right now it's just whatever, and maybe in the future it won't even make me bat an eye. But I kind of just wish that in the past, instead of covering the hole that I was in with dirt, they could have helped to pull me out instead. When you don't really have any friends that you can rely on like that, sometimes you turn to your family. But when you feel that even they have forsaken you, where do you go from there? I know I say you got nobody else besides yourself on this channel, but damn, that place is hard to climb out of. It's complicated. Complicated familial relationships for you and you and you. It's like one of them could just say the most belittling, obnoxious, ignorant comment or joke. You can't see my hands right now, but joke is in air quotations, by the way, because it's always just a joke. And you just kind of look at them differently. You realize that that's their perception of you. You don't hate them. At least for me, some of my happiest memories involve these very same people. It's a weird middle ground where you're constantly getting whiplash between, I know these people care for me and just want what's best for me, but why can't you communicate your feelings in a better way? Does the ends justify these means? We all need to be in therapy here, or interpretive dancing, so everyone can just learn to express themselves better. Maybe in a way it's freeing, because they'll always be disappointed in you for something, and since you can't really change that, you just stop caring. I hope to achieve that one day. Like, it feels terrible when you hear people saying these things that they're so disappointed in you and this and that, or they've given up on you. But you know what makes that 10 times worse? When you yourself know that. You know exactly what's wrong with you. You're the one who's most disappointed in you. At the very least, I feel it's important to fix that feeling of disappointment that you have in yourself, because at least you know that that's something you actually have a chance of changing. You can't change other people's minds, even if you wanted to change, even if you think you're doing everything right. So, you might as well change your own.